Right now, it's Ben John's time here in Mesa. And Staxrude comes out swinging.
Yeah, so we saw Johns in game one against Christian Alshon, and his quarter wasn't precise with his passes.
0-0.
Staxrude will not let him off the hook if those balls are not where they need to be.
If you're just joining us, you notice immediately just the sound of the ball much different, Dave, with these temperatures.
Yeah, it's cold and getting colder. See a little sunlight creeps in onto the court on John's back there.
Staxrud with a nice little drop shot.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with your feet there. That's what Ben tried to do, is bend it in and let it bounce. But good job by Staxrude reaching in with Johns well off the court.
Ben John's coming right back. The thermometer right now reads 54 degrees. Feels even cooler than that. We've got some occasional wind gusts as well here.
Yeah, and absolutely no sun shining on you. So -10.
Pickleball, though, kind of like football in January or December, right? You got to play when the conditions aren't ideal.
Absolutely. You go to Arizona, you think you're going to have conditions like we'll have Sunday, where it'll be in the 70s.
Oh, did it graze the line?
It sure did. So that is literally the entire diagonal length of the court that ball was struck from Johns.
Just a little wide that time from Staxrude. Johns out to the 3-0 lead. Staxrud off the edge of his paddle.
Staxrude was unaware that that ricocheted back there. I think that'll actually help him just have another extra minute to compose himself here. Needs to hit a good return and get the ball back.
Ben John's now on a roll, 5 straight.
5-0.
And that one hit just wide from Ben.
Oh, and that's one he's still questioning how he missed that. Went for the big serve and got an absolutely short return.
So not the start that Staksrud was obviously looking for. That one not even close.
Yeah, what happened there, Drew, is the dreaded HTP had hit the post over there, so that's what ricocheted it well wide, and 6 straight for Ben Johns.
Staksrud will finish this one off. He is a real student of this game of pickleball. Also was an assistant coach at Hanover College tennis team. Oh, how about that from Ben?
Yeah, that's just great court coverage, but those that can hit a very good fourth ball volley after your return just really sets everything up. That's a great singles point from Ben Johns.
What's your call?
You didn't need to ask Federico. You could ask Ben, grimacing about missing that.
Ben can't return it. That's the first point for Staksrud here in this match.
1-6.
Now a couple back-to-back.
So both players again targeting that backhand. You can see that sun coming in from the side is bothering Ben Johns. That's a high roof here, but it comes in and you get sun in the side of your eyes, and you can see it just right into his face there, clearly affecting Johns.
Points coming in bunches here. 6 for Ben, 3 for Federico. And the run continues.
That was just weird there. I don't know if he lost sight of the ball or thought it was going to go deep and get the paddle out of the way, but this is a discombobulated Ben Johns because of the rays of the sun.
Staxrud able to get it just inside the line. It's 5 straight.
Wow, what a job of shaping that two-handed backhand around and in the corner. If you're looking for a timeout from Ben, you can keep looking. It isn't coming.
Finally halting the run with a side out.
Hey, I heard Staxrud say, make it.
6-5. Side out. Five, 6.
Dave Johnson with the best growl in pickleball as the referee there.
And we are tied at 6, Dave. Ben Johns just minutes ago leading 6-0. Just like that, the match completely changed. And now he concedes his first lead. Absolutely thrilled you're with us. Drew Felios and Dave Fleming. Staksrud and Johns battling here on championship court. And right now, the GOAT in this great sport of pickleball, a little frustrated.
Yeah, all this talk about how cold it is, and it's actually sunlight that has been affecting Ben. Now as the sun moves, that spot will go away, and that is big opportunity that Staxrude, you want him to keep playing when he's just a little bit off his moorings here.
Side out.
8 straight conceded by Ben Johns.
8-6.
And the Argentinian comes up with a dandy.
Yeah, short return. Staxrude's got so many options with that forehand, ran around it beautifully there.
And there's another. It's 10-6. Game point.
Are we going to see Staxrude win 11 points in a row here, Drew?
Just a bizarre turn of events. Oh, Ben with a tremendous shot. Took a little off it.
Goes for the big windup, leaves that cobra spitting everywhere. Like, where's this going to go? And then inside out dropper. Beautiful shot.
Staksrud comes right back. He'll get side out one more time for a second game point.
Great job of just sticking that volley, Drew. Just there's no way Johns could run it down.
That game point's going to have to wait.
And the same thing I just said is true. That's a great backhand volley by Johns. Fend off a game point.
Just wide on the return from Ben.
Yeah, that you can see him swiping at the Perseus paddle, just not comfortable with how that's coming off there. And a third chance for Staxrude. So Ben calls, this is a rare sighting. Ben calls a second timeout there. Colin Johns is sitting there all bundled up. Didn't hang out long enough to get much coaching from his brother there.
Not good body language we're seeing from Ben Johns right now. He has overcome so much, just seems to do it time after time. The challenges that he faces when you have a target on your back, game in, game out, event in, event out. It's just incredible what he overcomes.
It is, and now he's having to overcome just really not comfortable just with where the rays of sun are coming in from the side of the court.
Point.
Set long by Staxrud, so 10-7 now.
7-10.
Ben Johns trying to get back in this. Wide that time.
and wide by 1.5 feet. I mean, that is for Ben Johns, that's a wild miss at 7-10.
Johns comes back. Staksrud loses his paddle.
4 tries to finish off game number 1. Hasn't been able to do it again. A great first volley.
7-10.
And a frustrated Argentinian.
Side out.
And a more frustrated Maryland Terrapin. Welcome to frustration land, everybody. This is where Staxrude, you've got to take advantage. It's your 5th chance right here.
Side out.
You know, pickleball is probably the most enjoyable game there is, but we don't see that here. The looks of the faces of Ben Johns and Federico Staksrud.
And singles really pulls all that out of you because there's nowhere else to look. You have got to push through yourself.
It's been a grind so far. Oh, Staksrud could not volley it back up against the net. Ben Johns' great defense.
Yeah, but Staxrud had a couple of chances to run around the backhand and just crack a forehand to finish that point, and then try to drop shot and left it in the middle of the net. This is dangerous for Federico.
Oh, and that one off the net and off the paddle of Staksrud. So Ben Johns finds a way to get back in it.
9-10.
Huge point. Staksrud just shanked it.
Yeah, the going for the serve. Big swing by Staxrud. Lucky for him, stayed in, but Johns pounded it down the line, and it's 10 apiece as Dave Johnson barks it out.
Side out.
Oh, big miss from Ben. Staksrud will have a side out.
10-10. Side out.
Wow.
10-10.
Who is going to grab this first game? Both are doing their best here to lose it looks like.
Yeah. Mark out the score.
Got pretty good pipes, doesn't he?
Indeed.
Staksrud with a big winner. And it's 11-10. Another game point coming up right now for the Argentinian.
6th chance, but the first one at 11-10.
11-10.
Staksrud wants it, and he gets it.
Change hands.
Game 1 to Federico Staksrud.
Himself, which is a rare sight. He's usually bouncing the ball on the side of his paddle and just happy-go-lucky, and hasn't found his best. You know, was mouthing the words so bad. Let's see if he can find so good here in game 2. Staxrud's not going to make it easy.
Staksrud making him cover the entire court. That one just wide. We've seen Ben Johns play some of his best pickleball, Dave, after losing game number 1.
Yeah, had to do that earlier today in the first round, as a matter of fact.
Side out.
He's on the other side of the court, so that pesky ray of sun will be out of his eyes.
0-0. Side out.
Again, keep in mind, Ben Johns won the first 6 points of this match. And then Staksrud came roaring back. Took it 12-10 in game 1.
Side out.
Yeah, Staxrud went to the backhand one too many times there as Ben was waiting. He actually had 2 hands on the paddle there after he had Johns in trouble. So Staxrud's looked good up at the kitchen the last few times they've been up there.
Still looking for our first point. Another side out coming back to Federico.
And that's a rare sighting there, Ben. I don't think he did that on purpose, just hitting the ball out of Staxrude's reach.
0-0. Point.
And there's the first point. Staxrude leads 1-0.
This is the game to beat him in right here. It's, you know, that was missed by 4 feet. He's got his hands on his hip, leaning up against the wall. This is the time.
1-0. Sign up.
Side out back to Ben Johns here.
0-1.
Ben Johns puts it away.
So the other thing now that we switch to, Drew, is out here in the desert, the sun will go down behind the mountains and it instantly will get 10 degrees colder. And then you're going to be seeing the shadows. You're starting to see them from the lights inside this particular center court setup.
Staxrud. Oh, he is moving right now, but the pinpoint placement of Ben Johns' balls so tough to track down.
So
2-1.
see if Johns can stack a few of his marquee points together. Big serve again. You heard Anna Lee talk about how that end of the court has the wind at your back as well. So you got, if you find that range, you get the wind pushing that serve deep into your opponent as well.
3-1. Staxrud.
Sign up.
Ben can't return it. Places it perfectly on that left side. The winner gets the winner of Ignatowicz and de Villiers, coming up a little bit later here on championship court. Ben Johns once again makes you do what you don't want to do.
And a little bit later means a little bit colder and a little bit faster and a little bit slicker. So those guys are likely in off courts, just gonna want to hit a few balls during the women's semifinal that comes up here next.
Given those conditions, do you think it benefits Ignatowicz or de Villiers, or is it even Steven across
I just
the board?
think both of them. Someone's gonna feel more comfortable. So that's why I strongly encourage, if I was one of them or coaching one of them, to hit some balls during the women's semifinal that will come up next, and then they'll play, just to see what is it like. Obviously you're going to be on an outside court, but just how does the ball come off the paddle in that weather?
Staxrud right now struggling just a bit, trailing 4-1.
4-1.
Ben Johns attempting to come from behind for the third time today and doing a good job of it. It's 5-1.
5-1.
Johns hits it long. We did see during that run of Staxrud in that first game, Colin Johns over there on the bench. How much does that help Ben in a situation like this?
It's huge. And even if it has zero to do with strategy, just, hey, little brother, oh my.
Oh, man.
Could read the Onyx logo on that one. Hey, you're going to be just fine. Here's maybe one or two things he's seeing. You know, I know you're mad about the sunlight. Look at that, great shot from the truck.
2-5.
Just get through it. Be the best player.
Staxrud takes a moment. Hand battle won by Federico.
That is a tough place to go against Ben Johns, but Staxrude kept that paddle out in front throughout that entire exchange. That's beautiful. You don't see a lot of those firefights in singles, but Staxrude up for the test there. Well done.
Open court. Ben Johns deposits it perfectly. Another side out coming his way.
And again, that short angled volley, Drew, is so critical because it gets your opponent off the court. They have almost no options after that, and you got a wide open 10 feet to hit a winner into.
6-2 lead now for the #1 seed.
6-2.
Saw this happen to Christian Alshon as well. It just didn't look or feel the same in game 2 and 3.
Yeah, just the pressure, and then you try to just be a little too fine, as Staxrude did there.
Side out. Timeout, server. The score is 2-7.
Yeah, Ben showed up with a new paddle, and we're like, whoa, what's going on? And he really feels great about that, especially driving that two-handed backhand in singles. Really loves the shape of that. And there's a beautiful shaped winner. You know, Yola hit the pickleball world by storm with the signature paddle from Ben Johns last year. And for those of you who want to get your hands on that Perseus, I'm told it's still trying to finalize, but probably this summer will be available.
That's an eternity to wait for pickleball fans, but it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Once that hits the shelves. You know, I remember Perseus, the great Clash of the Titans movie. Remember, he got the sword, he got the helmet, he got the shield.
Yeah, and he cut off Medusa's head. Let's go, Perseus.
Absolutely. He got Andromeda, too, in the end, didn't he?
Welcome to Greek mythology class, everyone.
Classic flick.
And just to be clear, been through the approvals, approved paddle and all that. That happens a lot as the pro players use the paddle and then the manufacturing comes, but it has to go through the same USA Pickleball testing.
Oh, right on the line. Beautiful.
And I would definitely expect we're going to see testing raised to the next level here in the coming weeks. So many new paddles coming out.
Beautiful drop shot that time from Staksrud.
Now that is as beautiful as you can. Just deadens it about a foot into the kitchen.
Staksrud with another winner. See if he can build some momentum here.
The other thing when it's cold is obviously you're building up a sweat, and then that sticks on you, and you get that, like, again, just feeling comfortable in your movement and everything. Now you're fighting some different elements. See the glow of the sunset there in the background here of the desert. It's a good shot.
Also see that big Durafast 40 pickleball on the upper right-hand part of your screen. That's the biggest pickleball I've ever seen.
It's a great photo op it. I see so many people gathered around at all the stops on tour. And next up, Minnesota, then Florida, then Austin, and then hello, Utah, Red Rocks.
Such a great sight.
Yep. Get all the details, pickleballtournaments.com. You can play where these great pros play and get tickets and watch them up close and personal.
9-4.
Oh, how about that shot?
So as Ben goes for the pass down the line, if that's up at all, and Staxrude has the paddle out front, you can find that angle quickly. Great job by him. And then same problem the other way.
We've seen so many spectacular shots hit against Ben Johns, but the consistency of the GOAT always seems to win out.
Yeah, he was definitely as frustrated as I've ever seen him after a game.
Point.
Usually so composed, not that he wasn't composed, but just really, he had a lengthy discussion with Ben Johns, which you just don't see very often.
4.
And now here he is at game point.
First ATP. Ben Johns there to defend it and put it away. So 11-4 in game number 2. Ben Johns comes roaring back, and we are going to a pivotal game 3.
Great tour.
Back to work. Ben Johns starts with the serve. It'll be a side out to Staxrude to start game number 3.
Awesome return from Staxrude there. He's got to go full on here. Okay, so this is a great start for him for confidence.
Staxrude erratic a bit in game number 2. See if he can straighten that out. Points just like that, where he probably shoulda, woulda, coulda had.
Yeah, that was the mistakes. I literally saw him at his car after the gold medal match
0-1.
that we played a couple of weeks ago with these two, and just a few too many mistakes.
Point.
Ben Johns covering lots of ground.
And there's that two-handed backhand that he just feels more comfortable with this paddle.
1-1.
Staxrud with the winner.
Side out.
Yeah, you're not hitting. Perseus isn't striking twice in the same spot there. Good job by Fed, just sitting on that line.
I have a feeling we're going to be in for quite a game here. Ben Johns redirects once again.
And Ben's movement and his fourth ball, the volley, again right there, just really Staxrude's third have got to get lower or bounce, or it's going to be a tough game 3 for him.
Both players up at the kitchen. Ben Johns able to win the exchange.
And a little fist pump there from Ben. Ever so subtle.
2-1.
That was unbelievable hands from Staxrude on that first drive from Ben.
Staxrud up against the net.
So we've gone from Ben looking up at the roof to Ben nodding his head. That is not good news if you're Fed.
3-1.
Oh, Ben chasing it down, going the other way.
Yeah, again, a humongous serve right off the back line, and Staxrud was barely able to muscle that in, but had a look at that one. And again, the movement of John's terrific.
Staxrud needed that one big time. He'll get side out here, trailing 4-1.
And that's where, when the ball's this cold and slick, Ben likes to hit that big topspin inside out. Just can't get it down and get the right amount of spin that he wants.
Staxrud just wide. Federico did win the Atlanta Open in 2022. Took down Rafa Hewitt there.
4-2.
That was when we had the classic Fed versus Rafa. You know that's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Side out.
Side out back to Federico. Also another signature win for him. A win over Tyson McGuffin at the U.S. Open at one point. Got to have that shot right there.
Yeah, he's had 2 good looks at forehands on the last 2 service rallies, and he hasn't made them.
4-2.
Again, we'll switch sides at 6 here in game 3.
Side out.
An absolute BB of a serve. Staxrude barely got it to the kitchen and then got a gift back from Ben.
2-4. Point.
Can't get that one. And now Staksrud within 1.
3-4.
Oh, Ben comes back and gets it. What great hand speed.
I mean, such a smart ball. Staxrude's attacking that backhand as he has consistently.
4-3.
Followed it in, and then just too good from Johns.
Point. 5-3. Point.
These are the moments that Ben Johns was made for. Another winner. He comes up with the biggest shots at the biggest times.
Yeah, and the one a couple of points before that was even more important. That beautiful ball that Federico chased down and came in behind a gorgeous drop and thought he had a put away, and then wait, Ben's there? What's going on? And then a gorgeous forehand down the line, and then you saw Operation Bundle Up with Colin Johns over there. Just what? I live in Austin. It's not this cold.
each have 2 timeouts remaining.
Thought I was going to the desert here. So we've got referees
6-3.
bundled up everywhere too. We appreciate all their work too, because it is chilly for them. They don't get to run around.
Point.
Dave, we've seen this kid continue to win, continue to get better. You've been a sports fan your whole life. So have I. Seen some great dominant runs by athletes. Also guys like Jeff Gordon in NASCAR, or Mike Tyson in boxing. But Ben Johns, the way he is pushed to the brink time and again, and how he comes through, really something to behold.
Yeah, especially in singles, where you've got to just have the internal fortitude, both mentally and physically, to find it. And he did not have it in game 1 here, and he most definitely has it here. And the minute you bring up other greats, he misses a serve, Drew.
3-7.
I mean, just perfect. Can't play it better than that.
And I've talked about this a few times, but this is the point for those of you that like to play singles. Carve that volley. This one you see right here, and then it is almost impossible to get beat with the next ball if you just anticipate where the next one's going, because so much court is available. Such a smart job, and now a miss that just can't happen.
Starting to open it up. 5-point lead. Staksrud desperately needing a side out. And Ben overcooks that one, so it will be side out to Federico.
Yeah, we know the wind. It's weird in this particular building because it's open, but it's definitely comes through. Just took that lob from Ben. And now, okay, a little volume from Fed. It's got to go now, though.
4-8.
Little flick, a little bit long. And all of a sudden, as they say, the Fed is coming for you.
Yeah.
5-8.
Yikes.
Wow.
Can't serve it fast enough if you're Staxrude right here.
Really picking up the pace. Maybe worked a little bit too quick that time, as he couldn't redirect it.
I love the point that he played. He's great at that. Chase your drop and get it. Just didn't find the court.
Oh, there it is. The opportunity there. It's wide as he went for his first tourney.
Just the perfect read from Staxrude there, Drew. And in doubles, yes, you'd have to make a vicious angle. Ben is not anywhere near that ball, just has to put it in.
Federico, he has come up with some big shots in this match. He still has hope.
Yeah, that's all the better angle he needed on the Ernie on the rally before.
6-9.
Great job of holding that and then whipping through the outside of the ball.
Point.
Folks, don't go anywhere. This is still a battle. 9-7, game 3.
7-9. Left. Replay.
And Dave is just barking out the score over there too. He hasn't lost anything.
Another winner for Federico. It's a 1-point game. Johnson Staksrud.
Staxrude keeps going to that backhand volley. And if he's just going to reset it, keep going there. If it's not going to be countered, that's smart pickleball from Staxrude.
And it is on the line. Yes, it is. We're tied at 9.
9-9.
We'll find out, but my goodness, 9 apiece in game 3.
Hands battle won by the GOAT. Oh, what a point.
And Staxrude had a ball at the beginning of this rally, that one right there that he left way too high, and then he got into an exchange he couldn't win.
9-9.
Staksrud comes up with another winner. Exclamation screaming out as well.
Great job by not being scared of the moment. He hit a huge return just inside the baseline and a big inside-out backhand volley at crunch time.
John's attacking the kitchen. Federico tried to stay away from him, shot it wide that time.
Didn't stay down on the two-handed backhand. When you go down the line, you've got to drive the left hand through your target. Did not do that. Let it fade wide.
Ben Johns comes up short. Staksrud again with the side out and a golden opportunity.
Yeah, that's Ben's favorite shot, but in these conditions, just doesn't have that good feel of the ball to be able to spin it inside out cross court.
Staksrud into the net on the backhand, just couldn't raise it up.
Yeah, had a good look at a forehand drive there, and again, it was high, easy volley for Johns to get ahead in the rally. Wow.
Staksrud can't return it, and now we've got match point.
Oh no, trying to hit that big return, just got his feet messed up and barely made contact.
Here we go for the match. Staksrud gonna escape here, has been uncharacteristically with a service error.
9-10.
Is it in? I don't think so.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah,
yes,
Ben,
it is.
Ben said good shot.
10-10. Sign up.
You hear Staxrude saying just make it. That's the name of the game right now. This is literally a battle of who can put just 2 of their best in a row. Who will do it?
Sign up.
Everybody holding their breath. Ben Johns wants an answer.
Referee timeout. Ball was out. No timeouts will be charged. We will resume with Mr. Staksrud serving at 10-10. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's a very sportsmanlike challenge by Staxrude, making sure. And I think mentally that's really smart. Like, you don't want to think that you got somewhere on a call that wasn't accurate. So good all around from Fed.
Ben Johns attacks. Beautifully done.
Sign up.
Threw everything he had at him that time. The first drive was a good one, just a great volley from Ben Johns. So again, somebody's got to find 2 in a row here, Drew.
Staxrud, I'll tell you what, he has matched the GOAT in this match with great play after great play.
And Ben doesn't trust that inside out to the backhand, so he went for the drive and not as good a shot.
Is it on the line? Yes, it is.
Wow. Match point.
And the biggest point of Federico Staksrud's pickleball career. Ben gonna hang on just a little bit longer.
So just to remind everybody, Ben had a match point at 10-9 and missed a serve.
10-11.
Staxrud with an amazing shot. Oh, wow.
After a shank off the side of Ben John's paddle to be able to get your footwork right. Beautiful job by Staxrude.
Second match point coming up here. Watch this.
11-10. Point.
Federico Staksrud, it doesn't come back, and he is moving on to Championship Sunday.